Yo, what is happening today, lads? Coming at you with another Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Multiplayer video. Some new information has come up in the last couple days since I made the last video, so I thought I'd make this video as a follow-up and give the new information and what it could mean. This will probably be the last video on the topic until the multiplayer actually drops. Because I feel like everything's been covered, and I usually don't upload videos like this onto my channel unless it's essential, like these two videos have been. I also wanted to say thank you for all the support on the last Modern Warfare 2 videos. Just in general, they've been doing real well and it's real sick to see. I'm not really a numbers guy, but I did check my analytics and it said that 98% of the viewers aren't subscribed. So I really appreciate it. If you could drop a sub, that'd be sick, and so I can pump out some more videos. And if you do subscribe, make sure to put notifications on, as I see only 19% of you have notifications on, so you want to see my uploads when they first come out. That would be dope. Okay, now I've got all that boring bullshit out the way, let's get straight into the video. Another Infinity Ward developer retweeted this tweet saying truer words, B is coming. Whatever the fuck that means, I have no idea. But this is another... In my last video I went over the Infinity Ward developers that were teasing Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer on Twitter. If you haven't seen that video, I recommend you go watch it. There'll be a link in the description, just so this video makes more sense. One of the tweets from the Infinity Ward developers, Toby, said B is coming. Now at the time I had no idea what this meant, and I let a lot of people theorize about it in the comments, and a lot of people have come up in the community with ideas themselves. After a bit more of information coming out and people researching more about the game files of Modern Warfare 2's campaign Remastered, people have come to the conclusion that this means beta, that B is standing for beta. A lot of people were speculating that B meant multiplayer or plan B or something, but as soon as I heard this B meaning beta, it made sense to me. Still, I wanted to do more research and find out if there was anything that backed this up. So I tweeted at the Infinity Ward developer Toby and said beta exclamation mark, and he actually favorited the tweet, which is quite suspicious. Then another thing was pointed out on social media, that the size of the game file for Modern Warfare 2 Campaign Remastered is 45 gigs, which we obviously know is way too big just for the campaign, and we talked about that in the previous video. But the download is actually split up into two separate segments. The first segment is 11 gigabytes and the next is 35 gigabytes. This is super weird even on its own, as the campaign is always one singular download and shouldn't have two segments. But the crazy thing is that 100% confirms that something is hidden in the game files is the fact that you can play and complete the whole campaign with only the first segment of download being completed. I knew people wouldn't believe this, so I deleted my game and re-downloaded it just to get footage to show. I'm showing gameplay of me in a mission, going to my PlayStation menu and checking my downloads, and the second segment is only just beginning, which makes the second segment of downloads completely fucking useless if you can do the whole campaign and complete it without it. So it's definitely hiding something within the game files. For people in the comments about to say, oh, but Activision announced that they're not planning on making multiplayer. Activision also lied about not having a battle royale because their marketing isn't ready for it. Now, without a doubt, knowing that there is definitely something within the game files of the Campaign Remastered app, I wasn't fully convinced that the whole multiplayer would be done in 35 gigabytes on this next generation of games, as multiplayers are usually around 80 gigabytes nowadays. I was also not convinced that the whole app, including the multiplayer, would be under the same price for $20, the price that the campaign was. So now thinking back to the Infinity Ward developer tweet from Toby saying B is coming, having the idea of beta in mind, I was thinking that the multiplayer wouldn't be able to fit in 35 gigabytes. So I decided to see how big the Modern Warfare beta was. Now the Modern Warfare beta is 38 gigabytes, which is almost exactly the same as the second segment that is remaining in the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign app. So the community speculating that it is beta from the tease B is coming is now logically backed up by the fact that the same gigabyte size that's remaining in the Modern Warfare 2 campaign app is exactly the same as the 2019 Modern Warfare beta. Now, to back this up even further, if we go back and look at the original Modern Warfare Remastered that came out in 2016, we look at the download files, we see that the first download is 10 gigabytes in the first segment and a separate segment for the multiplayer, which is just like the scenario here. So it's so obvious that there are two separate modes downloading here. I'm showing an image on screen of the two downloads side by side, Modern Warfare Remastered and Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, and as you can see, there are two separate segments on each game. Modern Warfare Remastered, we knew that it was coming with multiplayer and campaign, and now this has the exact same and it hasn't been announced. Obviously the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is quite a lot bigger than Modern Warfare Remastered, which would make sense why this file in the game would be a beta. It would also make sense why it would be a free access in the same app, and then you'd have to pay separate for the multiplayer, either on a different app or another update or extension onto this app. To even further support this, all the tweets from the Gaming Revolutions and all the info from his source, who's been extremely reliable through Modern Warfare 2's campaign leaks and Modern Warfare 2019, says that the game multiplayer in Modern Warfare 2 is fully done but just needs weapon balancing. So the perfect way to do this and get it all sorted out is to have a beta where they can find out what's OP, what's broken, what they need to fix for a quick trial, and it's free to play so everyone gets a taste of it and then they want to buy the original game. I even messaged the Gaming Revolution myself to confirm that his source has said that the game is done and that testing and weapon balancing is the only thing that needs to be done. He replied back, yes, I will show that conversation on screen now for proof. Now on top of that, we also have another tweet from Keith, a COD VIP who has been teasing Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer on Twitter. He tweeted a couple days ago, the things some people don't know yet. So obviously another huge tease of him saying like, you people don't know what's coming, and like people keep speculating and tweeting at him, but yeah, there's definitely something to come. Something people were surprised at with the release of Modern Warfare 2 campaign was that it was dropped 30 days earlier on PlayStation, which is something that the exclusivity people thought was over for COD and thought it was just a 7-day thing now. But Activision are very fucking clever, and the reason they released it so late on PC and Xbox is so that the file of Modern Warfare 2's campaign can't be data mined and the multiplayer cannot be found, as they are obviously two separate files that could be easily ripped open on PC, and there's a 30-day wait. So you bet that when that game comes out on PC, the beta will either be announced or will be coming out. So April 30th is when the campaign drops on Xbox and PC, so it's highly likely that the beta for Modern Warfare 2 Multiplayer Remastered is going to drop on April 30th, or we're going to get a trailer on April 30th. Whether the multiplayer itself actually drops or there is a beta, they definitely won't be doing a 30-day wait exclusivity thing they did with the campaign. The only reason they've gone back to this old exclusivity way is so that the game won't get data mined. As soon as it's out on PC and Xbox, you bet that they'll be universally releasing the beta or the trailer or the release dates for the beta. So to quickly recap everything that I've mentioned in this video, we have the download that is into two separate segments, with one whole segment not being used. You can play the campaign with the first 10 gigabytes of the app downloaded, which is completely bullshit and is definitely something hiding there. Then secondly, we have the tweet coming from Toby, the Infinity Ward developer, saying B is coming, which we now most likely know means beta, which perfectly lines up with the 35 gigabyte file size that is the second segment of the campaign app that is the exact same size as Modern Warfare 2019's beta, which was 38 gigabytes. We know from Gaming Revolution's reliable source that the multiplayer is done and just needs weapon balancing, which is the perfect use for a beta, so it checks out there as well. And then we also have Keith's tweet, who is the COD VIP, teasing Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer once again. So that's everything today, lads. As I said, I don't really like making videos like this, but for me it was so obvious that these guys are trying to hide shit and saying that there's no multiplayer coming, just like they did for the Battle Royale, is just total shit. So yeah, but cheers for watching, and make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed. Later.